Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Team Nerd Herd podcast, where their best advice is if you want to do it right, collect what you like. But for today's FANime talk, the way the saying goes, if you want to do it right, anime for life. And I hope you guys are all having a good 3 day Memorial Day weekend, just getting that relaxation in, Steve, how are you enjoying your 3 day weekend, man?
Oh man, it's gonna be a 4 day weekend tomorrow, so I'm enjoying
Oh,
it
you got
very
that
much. So
extra day.
that extra,
That extra. All right. All
You know what I
right.
mean? You know what I mean? But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just ready to talk about Blade of the Immortal. In the background, you guys are looking at the main man, so we're gonna go ahead and get talking to that. But
That's
before
right.
you wanna
Yeah,
holler out our
I
herd
was gonna
chat.
say that's right, man. Let's get this going, dude. Let's holler at the nerd chat. Let's get our moderators the
Ooh.
shout outs, man.
Boom! Moderators. Rudy, brother number one. Something Wong, brother number two. What's cracking, brother? Thursday's coming up, man. Mondo Mail Call. He will be making an
That's
appearance.
right. I'm pumped. I'm
First
excited.
appearance. Me too, man. Me too. And brother number three, the anime etc. The anime etc.
The anime.
Senpai. And then, man, let's go ahead and give shout outs to DJ Abomination and Plainclothes D, the DJs and music to Team Nerd Herd. And now
That's
we're going to
right.
go ahead and dip and dab all around the Team Nerd
The
Herd
chart.
podcast,
Yeah, let's
man. You
get
already
that.
know who's in here. Yo, you got brother number one, Rudy. Brother
What's up,
Rudy, what's
Rudy?
going on? You got Glenn 2K, my
That's
horror
right.
hermano, man.
What's up, Glenn?
Omnibus King, man. He got some omnibuses. You got the anime, etc. already laughing.
Oh
What
yeah,
what
dude.
what is this? Classic concentration over here? We're supposed to figure
there,
that out.
there we go.
That's the new game
Playing,
show.
playing
Inja
games.
Binja is
Inja
in the
Binja.
building. What's going on, Inja
What's up,
Binja?
girl?
Oh, a bleeding star,
What's happening,
right in the
Bleeding Star? How's
chest.
it going, man? Greetings.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, bleeding. And I think comics and pops.
That's right. We got
Alonzo
our
is
man.
in the building. What's going on, brother Alonzo? How's it going, my man? Good to see you. Good to see you. We're gonna keep on going down. Oh, you're up in here
Right.
too, Eric the
Oh, yeah. I
Phoenix.
had to say what's up to everybody,
Yeah. That's most definite. Most definite. Okay,
Yeah.
Lord Chucks, my man,
That's
Lord
right. I was
Chucks
going to
from the
say, just saw Lord
BLCC,
Chucks
sending them
pop in
smoke
the building.
signals. The biggest little city collectors. Woo! What's up, brother? All right, I think we are all caught up. Oh no, we got comic
We
book
got one more
convos.
comic
The
book
Bronx is in the house.
convos. What's
You
up?
know, the bridge is over. The bridge is over. Yeah, that's it, bro. You got to give it to them.
That's right. That taste of hip hop,
That's right, brother. But I think we are all caught up, and let's go ahead and tell them what you're gonna deliver them today, brother. I mean, it's not me. I
Well,
mean,
hey,
you're the
man.
brains of this outfit, brother.
Hey, man. We're just here to talk anime, you guys. If you're already in here, you guys already know what the segment's going to be about. We're talking Blade of the Immortal. Very reminiscent of what Ninja Scrolls. So I kind of just set the pacing for that, especially like with the art style. Kind of going into the anime. If you guys get a chance to watch it, you guys will see some of the villains just kind of having that kind of Devil of Kimon esque flavor to them. But it is very good battle style anime, you guys. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it, man. We start out with our main character, starting out as a young girl by the name of Rin. Her and her family just get bombarded, by these master swordsmen. Her father was a master swordsman, and they just came in to just take him out. And unfortunately for her, she wasn't even left with her mom. They, did some horrible stuff to her mom, kept her alive for a while, but just did some very unspeakable things. And so now she's just lived on and is just growing with that hate in her heart. Kind of like we right now we got a revenge story, you guys. And so the first issue is violent. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's a lot of blood, a lot of gore, slashing, cutting. This is the way it is, the way of the samurai. And our girl Rin, this is the girl that we're going to be following this entire time. And she is practicing, her swordsmanship. And she sets out to defeat this group of swordsmen, and the group goes by the name of the Ito Ryu. And since the years have passed, their numbers have grown. They still have kind of like their core members, but they are starting to rally up, the masses just to kind of solidify their dominance kind of around the land and the region. And so they're just going out, taking out schools, one by one. And later we get to understand why, which is, very way of the warrior, in my opinion. But Rin is just going on this task of basically for revenge. She wants vengeance for the death of her family. And so she gets the advice from this kind of like this older woman, kind of like peddler monk like girl, and says, like you need a bodyguard, girl. You need a bodyguard. And so she steers her in the right direction. And there's wanted posters everywhere for this samurai with one eye. Goes his I guess you could say his alias is the killer of a hundred. And so she sets out and she actually finds him, and she's this is going to be our supporting character, Mr. Manji, who is literally you get the title of killer of 100, like that just speaks volumes, and this guy is a Billy badass, you guys.
Ooh, is he ever?
That's right, slashing people with just one eye, man. And we get a little bit of backstory too. It's he has a young sister, or had a young sister, I should say, that is very resembles a lot of Rin. And so he kind of has a little bit of a pit in his heart for this girl, because she looks like his sister, who in a battle, and his sister actually just got caught up in this feud war that he just kind of got himself in. And so she was a casualty of this. So, he's trying to, kind of help this girl out just because of this. And so they set off on this journey. And we encounter one of our first Ito Ryu, kind of master swordsman, who's this guy goes by the name of Sabato, and he's just a very sadistic and twisted individual. He's like sending poems to Rin, and she figures the best way to kind of get close to him is to send poems back and just kind of entertain this guy. And they end up kind of making the agreement, like, basically, girl, you're gonna die, but she got some tricks up her sleeve, and she just throws these kind of flying little daggers, and she was skillful enough to unmask this guy and kind of see what's going on. He kind of has he's got height. He's got the kind of shogun samurai mask, and so she uncovers everything. And to her surprise, this guy has 2 decapitated heads, female heads, on his shoulders, so kind of going back again to that Devils of Kimono Ninja Scroll-esque, like this guy, I feel like he fits right in this, that era, and so the 2 people that he has on his shoulders is one is his ex-wife, and the other is actually Rin's mother, you guys. And so she is just caught off guard, very emotional, and sometime, before that, Manji kind of comes in and just tries to kind of take things tries to lighten the situation, and tries to get Sabato to fight him in a way, and Sabato's just not having it and slices off Manji's leg straight away. So, in the beginning, I was just like, dude, I thought this guy was supposed to be dope. He's getting his leg chopped off already. But the cool thing about Manji, you guys, after this guy Sabato gets closer to Rin, and he's basically got her on the ropes, and he's saying, like, I'm basically going to replace your head with your mother's head, like, this is how I value beauty. It should be eternal. There's beauty in death. I mean, this guy is one sadistic, twisted fool. And as he's kind of going to go in for the kill, Manji steps in from the back and just and gives him, the old blade, the old blade in the back. With one leg. But, Sabato kicks the bucket, he's defeated. And the Blade of the Immortal, it's in the name. We got Manji who actually has this kind of rare kind of bloodworm in his body that is capable of reconnecting any, cut off limbs, cuts, gouges, what you name it, it could repair his body. So that takes us that's going to bring us like moving forward into episode 2, and we just kind of continue on their journey, and they are visiting a friend of Rin at the time where her parents were still with us. This gentleman is an artist. He doesn't remember her just because she's grown, but as things their conversations start to go on, he just right away remembers like, oh my gosh, Rin, you've grown. And she's basically looking for allies, you guys. She did taking on this the E2 Ryu is just no simple task, and he's saying this is like a fool's errand. Like, I know you're wanting to like save the memory of your family, bring honor to them by trying to take these guys out, but they're no joke. But like, why are you asking a mere artist, right? And she's like, if I came to you just knowing that you were a mere artist, like, I would have never come, but you're a spy for the shogunate, so we got an kind of like an S-class swordsman here, you guys. And while this conversation has happened, we got some flunkies of the E2 Ryu just kind of listening in, and Manji, even with one eye, Steve, he just catches this guy right away,
senses.
Like this. Yes, he senses it, so the episode progresses, and we got what's up, Zen? And finally we start to get into this. Now it's starting to become a war in this guy's house. The gentleman's name is Master Sori. So Master Sori is just.
This is what the comment was.
What's up?
You can tell me how much you like it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's my man Bleeding Star is giving you props, man. He said that description, nice.
Yes, that's right, my man, dude. Check it out, Amazon Prime. And so this is a war that's starting to break out, and the flunkies are pretty much defeated easily by Manji, Master Sori, and Rin, who's starting to throw down. And they're as the story kind of goes on in episode 2, Rin comes across her father's sword, who actually the person that owns the sword is a member of the E2 Ryu. This guy is very ninja-esque. He's a swordsman. But he kind of like doesn't claim like, oh, like, I'm not a samurai, but I am a swordsman. And so this guy goes by the name of Magatsu, and very ninja looking like gentleman. And Manji takes it upon himself to go and get this sword for Rin. He follows Magatsu into the woods, this muddy forest kind of area, and the battle scenes, you guys, are just they're on point. You know what I'm saying? It just really does get to the skills and the tricks of these swordsmen. And the one thing that I love about this anime, especially Manji, you guys, is that he's got weapons upon weapons. Like, where does he get these wonderful toys? That's just the what quote comes to mind when I see him. I mean, when he goes to battle, he just drops them all out of his kimono. They're just
where's he hiding them?
That's right. And as these two engage, they actually have fun kind of like with their fighting. They're very similar, I suppose, at least from what Manji says. He's like, you're a guy that's like worthy of basically my blade. And so they end up both wounding each other. And they basically, Magatsu is like, here, take the blade. And he just lives to fight another day. And so, progressing on into the story, we get to see another character. Steve, I don't know about you, but with this another female character that's kind of coming in, I don't know if you got these Samurai Showdown vibes from Shiki. She just we get a girl by the name of Maki, you guys, and she was kind of like once a prostitute, just kind of living that life, but also she is a swordsman. She came up with a background of her mother was a prostitute, father was a swordsman, so she's got both of these two very different professions, but she decides she's a swordsman at heart, and she gives Manji a run for her money in the beginning. Excuse
What's
me,
up,
in the
thanks?
beginning. What's up, Dank? In the beginning, you guys, she just gets owned by Mr. Manji, she tries to kind of seduce him, right, and just kind of lures him in, but he's too smart for that, and he just kind of puts the beating on her, lightfully, because she's a gal, and he's going to regret that later because she comes back, you guys, and we find out a little bit more into her backstory, just how dangerous this woman is. She tries to get picked up by a couple of dudes, and she just 86s them right away, you guys. And
Man,
so that first fight that we see Maki and Manji in the beginning is not the real Maki, what we see. And even Manji, as he's going to engage in battle with her, he tells her, is like, something's different about you. And in a scene before, she had longer hair, and she cuts that off, and she's like, oh, it must be my hair. And nah, he's like, it's your eyes. So she's got the
mhm,
eyes,
of a killer.
of a killer, you guys. She really does. And they throw down, and you guys, this girl, again, very reminiscent of Samurai Showdown. Shiki, if you guys don't know her, Google her. She's dope. Uh, but yeah, she puts the beat down on Mr. Manji. He's like, cuts his leg off, his arm. He loses like 75% of his weapons. The
Yeah,
only thing that saves Manji from basically getting decapitated is Rin. She comes to the rescue. And the cool thing about Maki is that she wants to figure out what Rin's, basically see
purpose.
how strong her resolve or her purpose is, because she knows, obviously, that Rin and Manji are on the hunt for the Ichirio members. And she is somewhat close to the head honcho of the Ichiryu. She wants to become like his co-conspirator. And so you kind of are seeing two different sides to Maki, because she kind of vowed to take these guys' lives if she could, basically become like the second in command, I guess you could say. And after hearing Rin's resolve, saying like, I know I got to get my hands dirty, but I don't think it's necessarily right to kind of take other people's lives and stuff for my sake. But this is it's not necessary. It's kind of like the way of the warrior. Like, this is something that I have to kind of make right. And so that's kind of the answer to what Maki wants to hear. And so she lets them go, and she leaves a note to the head of the Ichirio, and he's surprised, you guys. And so as we go into episode 4, we get to see a little bit of the background of why the leader of the Ichirio and Maki kind of have a relationship, and this and his grandfather basically was going to leave Maki for dead. He was going to kill her, but then he says, you know what? I kind of want a little fun with this. Throws her in the trees and says, if she lasts the night without the wild hounds coming and nibbling on her ass, then, she's all right. But if not, you go outside and you bury her, and the grandfather is just
Jeff,
very domineering. What's up, Jeff?
what's cracking, brother?
Um, and so that later morning comes, and we get to see Maki's skills, you guys. She just kills a bunch of these wild animals that the grandfather thought was going to kill her. And so we find out the leader of the Ichiryu, and he goes by the name of Anatsu. And he's the heir to this whole clan, and he is going off one by one, just basically dominating schools. You know what I'm saying? 80s and 90s anime for life. That's right, the anime. And as in the story, we get to see Rin, who's actually kind of spying on this swordsman, and she gets some training from Maki. From Mr. Manji, but he knows that she's just not going to cut it, and so what happens is she goes wandering in the forest, and she sees Anatsu practicing with this, his weapons,
Axe.
you guys, his axe and his, that he's really doing it gracefully, chopping up leaves as they're falling on the ground and stuff. And he notices her and he says for her to come out. He recognizes her and who she is. She tries to attack. He, gets like a flesh wound, a knife on the shoulder, and he's just like, "Girl, like, what you doing?" And so he,
Girl, stop.
and
Girl, stop.
yeah, exactly. That's enough of that. And so, he ties her up, and he wants to hear, I'm not going to kill you, but I want to hear what you're. I know what you're trying to achieve, but like I want you. I kind of want to know, what it is. How strong is your resolve? Uh, and he gives us a little bit of history to how this all unraveled. And so for me, I don't know about you, Steve, but when I saw Anatsu, I saw a very strong resemblance to Itachi.
Mm-hmm.
And so physical appearance and everything, and a little bit of his philosophy. He's truly living out the way of the warrior, you guys. He um, basically wanted things to be the way they should be in the way of the warrior, that your school should not be praised upon reputation. It should be basically your actions speaking for it. So you defeat the school to basically solidify your spot as like a number one style, or a style of true recognition. And he kind of explains that really in a philosophical way, gives Rin some background, and she kind of respects it in a way, but she still is just, she you could
She
tell
wants
that
vengeance.
she just wants vengeance. She wants redemption, and so she's going to stop at nothing to get it. And we get we get introduced as episode 5 comes in, and we get introduced to another character who I thought was also very unique. I didn't think something like this was going to happen so soon, but as they're traveling, they get confronted by another member of the Ichiryu who knows of Manji's body. And as he wants to team up with Manji to try to take out Anatsu, but Manji is just not having it, and he's just telling him, piss off, basically, And so they get in a slight exchange. Strong female characters, that's right, baby, I love them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as they get in this little, like, kind of like just a little fight, they both get stabbed. Manji thinks this guy is done, and this guy goes by the name of Shizuma, a very tall individual, kind of looking like a monk. And so he stabs Manji with a blade, but this blade is definitely tainted, you guys. He knows Manji's body all too well, only because he's got the same bloodworm inside of his body, you guys. And so Manji is going through hell that evening. Rin gives him some antibiotics, but is trying to save him somehow. And a priestess that actually recommended Manji to be her bodyguard just so happens to be there. And it's just all too coincidental, right, Steve? I mean, just the way that thing was planned out. And that being so, it is true. Shizuma basically took her grandchild, the old woman's grandchild, to basically get Manji back, so that way he could, if he can't persuade him to try to become his ally to take out Anatsu, or basically just to kill him. And after some more swordplay exchange, Rin also goes in. She gets captured. Manji, his body starts to recuperate, from the antibiotics, it seems like, that Rin gave. And then he goes and he saves her. And a little bit of a heartfelt exchange goes on between him and Shizuma. And Shizuma lays there with his head decapitated. And so it seems like that should be one of the ways to basically defeat a person with that bloodworm in their body. And unfortunately, to the old woman, she kicks the bucket. Shizuma's like, yeah, I'm not going to let her go. So it's not a happy ending for everybody, you guys. Sorry to say, this is definitely a tale of the warrior. And as we're rounding out to our last episode, you guys, we get another member of the Ichiryu who has a son. This member is kind of acting as if he's not a member. He's kind of on the, I guess you could say, on the reserves. And it's kind of crazy the way the exchange is, because Rin saves this guy's son. Um, Kawamaki is the swordsman's name. He's got a son named Renzo, and Rin saves his son just basically from an ass whooping, almost a killing from just a kind of a local that was inside of the town. And as as the plot thickens and the son wants to bring Rin into the household, then she figures out, oh, like, I know exactly who you are. He doesn't really know who she is. And this guy is a mask maker, paints the kabuki masks and everything. And before, he hears Rin's tale, she says, like, I'm not going to kill you, because you have a son, and I don't want him to live the life of vengeance the way that I am doing right now. But the guy just is kind of like a heartless guy. He's a killer, and he's going to try to take Rin out. Manji comes in to save the day. But the Renzo, he comes in, you guys, and he sees that. So now you think that he's going to end up living the same life. But Manji also has a heart, chops off his arm, and they pretend to bury the body, out in the distance, and give Renzo some peace of mind, knowing that now he's just fatherless, has no mother, and they're trying to give him a little hope for this life, that he's in this era. It's the way of the sword, you guys. And that being said, that just rounds out one episode, basically 1 through 6. There's definitely a lot of details in the story, you guys. It's really enriched the art style, the music, the voice acting. I mean, everything is just together, you guys. Amazon Prime hit it right. If you guys are a fan of Ninja Scroll, like how Deanime said, those 80s, 90s style animes, this is definitely the one you want to look into, you guys. It seems like it's going to be good, and I'm looking for more. Steve, what about you, man?
Oh man, I can't wait, dude. I got to episode 4, stopped right there. And it's been great, man. The animation has been nothing short of amazing. There's a lot of gore in it.
Big
The
time.
fight scenes are true reminiscent to Samurai. It's just everything about it. Just I echo your sentiments. The music, the intro music pumps me up, man. I want to be running with a samurai sword and decapitate somebody. Something vicious. You know what I mean?
That's right, man. I want to go look at some swords right now. You know what I mean? I want to do some online shopping and see if I can find a manji blade or something.
I'm gonna try to go get some bamboo straight out of straight out of a garden and just chop it in half. See if I can do it.
Yeah, dude. I feel you, man. But I'm looking forward to unraveling the rest of the story with you guys. It is a little bit of a longer anime, so I'm glad you guys are on board with us to kind of go on this journey. Steve, what do we got left for the week, man? Hit us with it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. So we got movies
tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we got that's what I was gonna get into. I was gonna say
we got some tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah. Bam. You got there you go. You got a bleeding star, man.
Thank you.
So tomorrow we got movies and shows with Geek Driven and myself and Comics and Pops Alonzo. We're gonna go over Shang-Chi. We all got a chance to watch it this weekend with the Team Nerd Herd podcast and friends of the herd. We got some herd members to go with us, roll with us, watch it, and it was awesome. Nothing short of amazing. We celebrated my man Geek Driven's birthday, so happy again birthday weekend to Jeff.
HBD.
Yeah, brother. And then we went to go eat, so it was a great time. So we're gonna be going over Shang-Chi, you guys, tomorrow. Then you got Thursday. We will be going with Something Wong on a Mondo Mail Call. You guys already know that it's going to be a great show. He's always keeping the herd laughing amongst other characters in the herd. Need I say Glenn 2K12? Need I say HK Wifey 420, who is right up in here? No, you ain't late, girl. You ain't late, girl. It's all good.
Don't trip, girl. Sheena.
You always, trip, we got you, baby. We got you, girl.
That's right.
And who else? The anime, etc. You got Inja Binja up in there too.
I know,
joking
man.
around. We got.
It's always a good time in the chat.
Oh yeah, it makes me want to just get off the show and then jump in the chat with them. I mean, they just make the show that much better and that much enriched. And
That's
then
word.
wow, we got Friday, CBSI, my
That's right.
favorite first appearance of some mutants. So with Alonzo and I, geek driven, and also no, I believe it's your resident asshole JR and
Ooh,
myself.
all right.
So we're gonna be rolling with CBSI Ben and Renovision, my boy
There we go.
Renovision.
There we
And
go.
so we got a full stack. We got a full stack week. We did take last night off for top picks of the week. No, that wasn't last night, right? Yeah, that was last night.
That was last night.
That
Yeah,
was
man.
last time. I'm losing track of my days, guys.
That's right. Them day out, those days off. That's what they do to you, man.
Oh yeah, man. But that's it, man. I mean, we got a full week stacked up.
That's
I
right.
can't wait to keep going over Blade of the Immortal because I'm already on episode 4. I'm gonna dive into episode 5 and 6,
Yep.
and just keep going. But you guys, I gotta tell you, Eric the Phoenix is not lying when he told me, "Yo, Steve, check on my Amazon Prime and look this up, Blade of the Immortal." That first episode, man, just sets you off. You're just like, wow.
Yeah,
You're
you
like,
step
that
you step
was,
into it. You step into it right away, you guys. So
yeah,
definitely check it out. Definitely
check it
check it
out.
out. And we got a couple of more, animes, in the back burner for you guys. I'm always taking a look out. And again, list down in the comment section if you guys have any recommendations. I have, I do check them out. We do check them out. DM me, on Instagram. Uh,
Slide
you
into
know,
his DMs.
yeah, slide into my DMs with that anime talk. I'd love to chat it up with you guys.
For sure. For sure. Just
Yes,
definitely give us a like, comment. Tell us what you guys are viewing now as far as anime.
yes,
Things that
absolutely.
you guys are viewing, things that we should probably be on the radar. Maybe, maybe Eric the Phoenix might just go over some of those. I mean, we
That's
got,
right.
like you said, my man said he got a lot of animes and foresight in the back burner. So he got a lot of great shows and a lot of different ideas that he's going to be bringing, guys. So support my man, support the Team Nerd Herd podcast, support the community. And
Yeah, we always appreciate you guys' support, man. You guys always showed love, so we feel you guys. We feel it.
oh yeah, and Eric. So I think we're done. I mean, we made it at that mark.
Yes, that's right.
We met the threshold.
There we go. There we
So
go, you guys. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and take you guys out. If you want to do it right, anime for life.
anime for life.
Bye. Peace out, fam. Take it
Later,
easy.
y'all.